Hi, welcome to Rich People Club. Today, we're diving into one of the most unbelievable success stories out there, how Singapore went from a tiny trading post to one of the wealthiest nations in the world in just a few decades. And here's the kicker. They didn't have oil, natural resources, or even much land. So, how did this small island outsmart global giants like the US and UK in the wealth game? Imagine a nation so small it's barely visible on the map, yet somehow it became a financial powerhouse, a luxury hub, and a magnet for the ultra-wealthy. The secret? Strategic moves that most countries wouldn't even dream of. Singapore turned its lack of resources into its greatest strength, proving that it doesn't take size or riches to create wealth. It takes brains, vision, and the right timing. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover the steps Singapore took that not only built an empire, but created millionaires and billionaires along the way. Ready to see how this modern miracle unfolded? Let's get started. Singapore's economic transformation. Singapore's rise to economic power is a story of strategic brilliance. With no natural resources, the country had to think differently from the start. In 1965, Lee Kuan Yew and his team knew they needed to develop an economy that could compete on the global stage. So, they focused on manufacturing as the foundation. Imagine a small nation with a vision, building wealth from scratch, turning labor into its most valuable asset. The government's strategy wasn't about staying stuck in manufacturing forever. It was a stepping stone, a platform to something bigger, wealthier. By laying down the infrastructure, efficient public transport, solid legal frameworks, and world-class healthcare, they set the stage for success. This kind of thinking wasn't just about creating money. It was about building a powerful nation that could pivot to high-value industries over time. In the 1980s, Singapore didn't stop at being good at manufacturing. They knew that true wealth, the kind that makes a country rich and successful, comes from innovation. With the groundwork in place, the focus shifted to attracting foreign capital, setting up a financial powerhouse, and ensuring that Singapore's name became synonymous with money, power, and luxury. Building a financial powerhouse. As Singapore's economy grew, the government understood that manufacturing alone wouldn't sustain wealth. They shifted their focus toward finance, seeing it as the true key to luxury and success. Lee Kuan Yew recognized the potential in deregulating financial services, allowing Singapore to follow the lead of powerhouses like the US and UK. This move made Singapore a go-to hub for multinational companies, positioning the nation as a global player in finance and wealth management. Singapore's low corporate taxes played a huge role in attracting businesses. By offering a tax rate as low as 17% and sometimes lower, Singapore became the perfect environment for powerful enterprises to thrive. Imagine owning a business and choosing where to base it. With those tax incentives and a strong legal system, it's no wonder why so many companies set up shop in Singapore, contributing to its growing wealth. But it wasn't just about corporate interests. The government also focused on building a knowledgeable, entrepreneurial workforce. As the economy evolved, they encouraged creativity and innovation, laying the groundwork for a knowledge-based economy. This shift allowed individuals to become millionaires, as Singapore moved from being just a financial hub to a place where people could create and build their own paths to success. If you're enjoying these insights and want to learn more about building wealth and success, don't forget to subscribe to Rich People Club. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the secrets to wealth. Turning Singapore into a global destination. Building on its financial success, Singapore knew it had to become more than just a place to do business. It needed to be a destination. The government embarked on an ambitious land reclamation project, transforming unused spaces into luxury hubs. By doing this, they didn't just build offices, they created entertainment centers and world-class attractions. This move turned Singapore into a hotspot for the ultra-wealthy, not just for business, but for lifestyle and leisure. A perfect example of this shift is the introduction of the F1 night race. Hosting such a glamorous, high-stakes event put Singapore on the global map, attracting the rich and powerful from around the world. Combine that with the opening of integrated resorts, casinos in reality, at just the right time, as Asia's emerging economies like China and India were booming. These resorts became magnets for millionaires looking to indulge in wealth and luxury while parking their money in Singapore's stable financial environment. The government didn't stop there. They recognized the importance of creating a city that people not only visited but wanted to live in. With top-notch healthcare, world-class infrastructure, and endless entertainment options, Singapore became a playground for the rich. Its prime location in Asia, combined with its reputation as a financial powerhouse, made it the ultimate destination for success-driven individuals and corporations alike. Leadership and criticism. While Singapore's success is undeniable, it hasn't come without controversy. Under Lee Kuan Yew's leadership, the government maintained tight control over many aspects of life. Civil liberties, including press freedom, were heavily restricted, which led to criticism both domestically and internationally. Yet, despite this climate of fear, Singapore's leadership argued that such measures were necessary to preserve the integrity and stability that allowed the nation to build its wealth. Subsequent governments followed this tight grip on power, believing that it was essential for maintaining Singapore's success. Protests remained illegal, and the media operated under significant government oversight. But as the nation grew wealthier, its population began to change. People became more vocal, and the diversity within the country expanded. With wealth came the expectation of more freedoms, sparking conversations about the balance between control and civil liberties. Despite the criticism, Singapore's leadership has remained committed to its vision of wealth and success. While some question the government's methods, the focus has always been on maintaining stability to keep the money flowing in. As the country transitions to new leadership, these challenges remain front and center, especially as the world watches how Singapore balances growth with the demands for greater freedom. Challenges for the future. As Singapore looks to the future, it faces new challenges that come with being a wealthy nation. One of the biggest issues is the rising cost of living. Housing prices have skyrocketed, and many citizens feel the pressure of living in such a high-end city. While the government has taken steps to reduce inequality, there's still a growing sense that the wealth isn't evenly distributed. Some residents feel left out of Singapore's luxurious success. Another challenge is Singapore's reliance on foreign labor. The country's growth has been fueled by attracting top talent from around the world, but this has led to concerns among citizens about job competition. Many locals worry that foreigners are taking the best jobs, leaving them behind in the race for success. Balancing the need for international talent with the concerns of its citizens will be a critical test for Singapore's new leadership. Climate change also looms as a major concern for Singapore. As a small island nation, it's vulnerable to rising sea levels and extreme weather events. The government is investing in sustainable infrastructure, but the costs of adapting to these changes will put additional pressure on Singapore's wealth. The next phase of Singapore's journey will be about more than just maintaining success. It will be about ensuring that this rich, powerful nation can continue to thrive in a rapidly changing world. Singapore's journey is incredible, right? From facing the challenges of a small, resource-poor island to becoming one of the richest nations on the planet, the story is nothing short of inspiring. That's why we've put in the effort to compile all of this for you. Before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe to Rich People Club and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more insights on how money moves and wealth is built. If Singapore could turn its limitations into extraordinary success, imagine what you can do with the right knowledge. Whether it's managing challenges or seizing opportunities, understanding how wealth works is the first step to unlocking your own success story. So, stick around. There's plenty more to discover.